Morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a while since I did a dragging junk home episode. Life has had me pretty tied up in a lot of different ways, financially and time-wise. So junk has not been on the radar, but this is a pretty important piece I've wanted a zero turn for forever. And I'm at a point where the bulk of the work that I do is starting to lean more toward homeowners than timber stuff, more toward landscapey instead of land cleary. And I'm getting older and I'm trying to get a little further away from trees for the safety purposes of it. I've started to generate a clientele that has shown me that I can get just as good money with hand tools and lawnmower as I can with, bigger equipment and a dozer and heavy trailer and DOT risk and all that kind of stuff. This will open the door for me to get a lot more smaller customers. And from that word of mouth, it will also increase the other components of my business. So it's pretty easy to get 5 or 6 or 10 landscape customers, lawn mowing customers. It's pretty hard to get 10 dozer customers. But if I get 6 landscape people and 1 or 2 dozer or tree or backhoe jobs come out of it, wonderful. It's just the more your schedule is full, the more you can say, a higher dollar per hour. And if they say no, great, because your schedule's full. Hey folks, today's edition of Dragging Junk Home is brought to you by I don't have to work on court for a few more days, family court craziness. So here I am, regulating my emotions. Beautiful, bright, sunny fall day. I'm out here half naked, enjoying God's creation and the fact that you can auto siphon gas with a little bit of gravity drop, so that's a pretty good reason to keep it on the trailer or on the truck or whatever. Just put a hose on there and blow in that vent nipple, which seems to have been chewed by a mouse or a rat, and this thing seems to be mostly watery gas. So we're going to collect that for bonfires and anthills. In the meantime, I have gotten new fuel filter, new fuel line. I can see that the carburetor's already been replaced. For today, I'm just looking to see that this thing runs. I'm probably going to be separating the top chassis from the lower chassis. So this portion down here, you can see there's a row of bolts. And so the hydrostatic drive gear is down here. And, the issue is the mower deck. So the belt on top drives the hydrostats. The belt on bottom is a DC clutch, PTO clutch, that drives the mower deck. The wires right here are in pretty chintzy condition and I can't get to them unless I separate this. So if I pull the wheels, I can get to these bolts, or actually I could probably get to them with a ratchet wrench. And then I could maybe even use this winch to lift. I'll leave the wheels in place, lift the chassis, do the work I got to do, and set her back down, bolt her back together. Now that I've pulled this off, I've got really good access to that solenoid. I might even relocate it to right here. Point being here, that solenoid needs to be in an easier access location. I don't want to have to pull the fender box every time I need to fool with it. I want it sitting right there for that day that it doesn't start and I don't have any tools and I don't want to go home, go home and get them. Particularly if I'm far away on a job somewhere else. So increased serviceability, that's the plan. This whole wiring harness is just a bunch of safety crap. I only need 2 or 3 wires in the whole machine. I don't need a safety mommy to take care of me because I've got my own brains and my own self-preservation skills. We're going to delete all the safety baloney. We're going to make it super simple, the bare minimum wiring. With that said, if you're paying a hired hand to run this thing, you better keep all this shit on there. And if you're not going to keep that on and keep an insurance policy, don't hire anybody. All right, here's where I'm at. The solenoid is remounted. It must have had a bad ground because it's good now. This thing cranks right over.